and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to show all my after schooling friends this awesome math curriculum system program, whatever you want to call it. For after schooling, that means if you have children enrolled in school full time, this is a great resource for you from first grade all the way through high school. It also will work great for those who are homeschooling. I did a separate video on that. I will put it up somewhere here as a card. So if you are a homeschooler, click on that video. If you're an after schooler, this video is for you. Okay. This starts with volume 1, basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. This is for your 6-year-old, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old. Okay. I wouldn't personally start this in in first grade. I would absolutely begin this in the second grade. So if you have students that are enrolled in school full time and they're struggling, or you want to give them a boost from the second grade on, even the first grade, if you're willing to put in some, work yourself as the parent, this will absolutely work well just to give your students an extra boost. Again, let me show you the table of contents for volume 1. So here we are, we're just going through some information within the table of contents. And as you can see, under each lesson, they give you little tests here, 30-second tests, 1-minute test, and so forth. And those are for your addition and subtraction and multiplication. Those are just basically math facts that they're having the student time themselves and do. And you can reinforce that with flashcards. I would say if you are after schooling your child, I think Learn Math Fast is a fantastic tool and resource to use. Again, if you are after schooling, your child is enrolled in school full time, this is an awesome way to reinforce whatever they're learning in school, in my humble opinion. If I knew about this, that's what I would have done. So see, it says if your child is 6 to 8 years old, start with volume 1, page 1. Okay, so that's what? First grade. But I wouldn't start my child in here in the first grade. I would focus more on manipulatives, hands-on, things of that nature. And if I do use this curriculum, I would do it with them. I would read it to them, do the examples on the board, photocopy some of these worksheets, have them complete it. I would not just give it to them and have them do it on their own. Okay. To determine where your child should start, if you are beginning in like the 3rd, 4th, 5th grade using this, then the website for Learn Math Fast has an online test that they can take. My son tested in volume 3. However, I just went ahead and bought volume 1 because I just used it as a refresher for the summer. It's not going to hurt. And again, he did it in 1 month, the complete book in 1 month. And if your child is older and they are between 9 and 14 years old and they're struggling with math facts, with addition, subtraction, or they may have some a type of learning disability, this may be a great resource to use as well. Just giving you the opportunity to read these 2 pages. Pause the video if you want to read this in more depth or in more detail. I'm going to again allow you to read these. Even if it says here, if you have a high school student who is struggling to graduate, start with volume 1. It also says if you want your child to be on a fast track, you can complete the whole system in less than a year. So basically, if your child is preparing for the SAT, ACT, GED, or college placement test, I'm reading over here, then give them volumes 1 through 7 and have them work through it in 1 year. Again, volume 1, I would say second grade, third grade, volume 1 works great. Work with your student after school, on the weekends, during the holidays. If whatever they're learning in school, let them do that. Whatever homework they're doing in school, let them do that. Use this as extra practice on top of whatever they're doing in school. I promise you, this will do nothing but help them, okay? Volume 2. Volume 2, I would say this is for your 4th grader and your 5th grader. This will get them absolutely ahead and or give them extra practice into what they're already learning. Here is the table of contents, all fractions. These are your percents. These are your decimals. This is your 4th grade math, your 5th grade math. Absolutely. This will prepare your student for pre-algebra. You can even use this in the 6th grade. You can even use this in the 7th grade. This is just preparing your student for pre-algebra, okay? Let me show you volume 3. Volume 3 is pre-algebra. We're doing this within my homeschool for my son's 6th grade year, but if you're not there, it's okay. You can use this as a pre-algebra supplement for your student if they're currently in a pre-algebra class, or if they're not ready for Algebra 1, get them this book to do over the summer, okay? Or if your child is in middle school math, this can go well with it as well. Well, it can work well with whatever middle school math your student is in. Okay, so again, this is all pre-algebra concepts, getting your child prepared for Algebra 1. Thing is, when you cook with that pressure cooker, it makes a lot of liquid. I might make a big night snack. This is volume 4. This is all geometry. You're not going to learn geometry with volumes 1 through 3. You're not going to learn geometry like you would in traditional school. They actually weave in and integrate geometry within 3rd, 4th, 5th grade and middle school math, right? They do this program completely separately. Geometry is a standalone. Book 4 is like your elementary, middle school geometry, and then they have another volume, which is your high school geometry. So what you can do here, you can work it in with whatever you're using within volume 2 and 3. So again, you can do volume 2 or 3 and work in volume 4, or you can do volume 2, volume 3, and then do volume 4 as a standalone. You can also think about doing volume 4 before your child is taking geometry. So if your child is enrolled in school full time and they've done pre-algebra, they've done algebra 1, more than likely schools do pre-algebra, algebra 1, then geometry. The summer between algebra 1 and geometry, before they go to school that next year to get ready to take that geometry class, you may want to have them do book number 4, just to give them a refresher and some solid foundation on the basics of geometry. Volume 5, 6, and 7, that's your algebra 1, that's your high school geometry, that's your algebra 2, and I think the last volume may tie in a little bit of trigonometry, I think, but you can do that research on your own. But the whole purpose of this series here is to basically get your child from elementary school math, middle school math, all the way through high school math, algebra 2, maybe a little bit of trig. I'm not even sure if they go up to calculus. I'm not sure, but you can find that out yourself. But they can do that in 7 years. Think about it. When your child is enrolled in public school from 1st grade through 12th grade, to get from elementary to algebra 2, as an example, maybe trigonometry, it's going to take them like 10 or 11 years. But with this program, it will take them only 7 years. So imagine if your child is enrolled in school full time, you're having them do whatever they do, at school, their homework, whatever, and you use this program and integrate it and use it as a tool to help advance your student and or to help give your student whatever they're missing. They may have gaps. Gaps is nothing more than what your student should have learned, but for some reason they haven't. So this is going to fill in those gaps for them. Do it alongside whatever they're doing in school. I promise you, you will see results. Now, let's talk about if your child is in like the 10th grade or 11th grade or 12th grade and they're getting ready to take ACT, SAT, or if they are getting ready to take a college placement test as an example, you can do this program in 1 year. So let's say your child is in the 11th grade. Start with volume 1. Yup, start with volume 1. 2 plus 5 is 7. 5 times 10 is 50. Start with volume 1. Do volume 1, 2, all the way through 7 in a year. They should be able to do volume 1 in 1 month, volume 2 in 1 month, volume 3 in 1 to 2 months, volume 4 in 1 to 2 months, and so on. If they do that within 1 year, maybe a year and a half, if you go ahead and put in the summer, they should be able to schedule and pass whatever test they're going to take, SAT, ACT, a college placement test. This will serve as a test prep or a practice for them, okay? I hope this video was of benefit. I hope you found this information useful. I hope you invest your dollars, your coins into this program because, yep, it's just that good. If I knew about this when my child was in 2nd grade, I promise you I would have done this alongside whatever he was doing when he was enrolled in public school. Okay? Okay, guys, if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment box below. And as always, be blessed and make it a great day. Bye.